What's up, good people of the internet? Already starting to cringe. That is absolutely fantastic. As the title says, I am going to be talking about dating in 2025, especially for someone in their 20s like myself. So what kind of inspired me to make this video and to share my opinion is my own dating experience. Now, it wasn't per se horrible, but it definitely wasn't great either. Kinda went into it pretty optimistic. I thought finding someone was gonna be quite easy. I was in a relationship before once, and my ex was a pretty good guy. It was a good relationship. And I thought, well, every guy must be as good as him. Well, I was horribly mistaken. I went into that not looking for a fling, but looking for a long-term relationship, for people who want long-term relationships. But even then, finding someone who shared my values, interests, and someone who wanted something serious is literally impossible. And yes, I'm guilty. I did use dating apps, but I also wasn't using just the dating apps. I was talking to people in real life. I met people through friends, struck up conversations with strangers, but none of that really worked. No matter where I looked, it was the same thing. Nobody wanted a real connection anymore. So really at that point, I kind of started pondering why it was so difficult to find someone who wants a relationship. What the hell happened? And I came to the conclusion, which I think is pretty obvious: social media. It really pisses me off. I feel like everything we see on social media created these insanely high standards for everyone. You've got like TikTok, Instagram, a million relationship gurus preaching delusional advice. And I'm just gonna give some examples, like the Wizard Liz, that girl that's in a controversy right now. Her, like Shira7 as well. Now, I've never particularly followed their advice, but they did pop up on TikTok quite a bit for me. And my god, is what they're saying absolutely fucking insane. I feel like we start expecting everything from someone else while offering almost nothing ourselves. And before anyone says that relationships aren't transactional, yeah, they're not okay, but you do need to give something to get something. And if you expect someone to take care of you, to spoil you, give you gifts, pay for everything, what exactly are you bringing to the table? Saying that you bring love isn't enough if that love is only there when you're being spoiled. And it goes both ways. You know, guys that expect perfect tens, flawless face, perfect body, but they look like they've never walked in a gym. Their hygiene is questionable, to say the least, and they bring nothing emotionally. You can't exactly expect perfection from someone else when you're far from perfect yourself. Then you also have this new idea of the bare minimum that is completely twisted. I've seen girls, mostly online, but even in real life, quite a few of my friends, they say that the bare minimum is getting flowers, going on expensive dates, trips, getting gifts. Let's take a step back a little bit and be serious. That is absolutely not the bare fucking minimum. That is luxury princess treatment. The bare minimum is respect, communication, effort. Yeah, getting flowers every now and then. Yes, being taken out on a date, but it doesn't have to be at the most expensive restaurant. Someone showing you they care for you. That is the bare minimum. You can't demand these insane privileges from someone you've just met, especially when most people today are just trying to pay their bills and survive. I feel like this whole mindset of getting everything, being so materialistic in relationships kills connection. And I think everybody kind of expects too much nowadays. We're forgetting that relationships take time. You're not gonna fall in love after 2 dates, and most of the people you meet, you're not gonna have a spark with immediately. Nobody owes you gifts after a week of talking. You're not gonna know if you met your soulmate after like one coffee. To be fair, I don't even believe in soulmates, but whatever. And to put the cherry on top, I feel like every connection that people create with one another is a situationship. Now, it's completely fine if you're both on the same page and you just want to hook up, whatever. I don't judge that, okay? But I feel like absolutely everyone expects that now. Nobody wants to just hang out, get to know each other, spend quality time with each other. Everyone's just looking for quick gratification, no commitment, and absolutely minimum effort. It's exhausting. And it really just makes me sad that wanting something more than that is finding something more than that is so rare today. Also, today's beauty standards unreachable. Everyone online is flawless with the filters, surgery editing, perfect lighting. That's not what people look like in real life. You go out looking for someone or a girlfriend, boyfriend, expecting to find these Instagram perfect partners and reject people who are actually amazing, kind, funny, and smart because they're too short or they're not hot enough or they don't dress a specific way. Are you fucking serious? I literally have heard my friends say, he's amazing, but I could never date him because he's too short. Girl, you're throwing away a possibly great connection with someone because of what? Because the guy is a little too short, and he wasn't like a midget. He wasn't, I don't know, 165 centimeters, whatever that is in feet. He was like 178, which I feel like is the average height for a guy. That is completely dumb, I'm sorry, but it is. You're being so superficial and shallow, and then when someone rejects you for the same thing, or I don't know, your lips being too small or your nose having a bump, whatever, you start crying and complaining about it because it's something you can't change while you're also doing the same exact thing to other people. You can't be shallow and demand that from others if you yourself are not like that. I keep saying, and I'll always keep saying that, do not have high standards if you do not reach those standards yourself. Alongside that, I feel like we're constantly being forced to play these games with people instead of just being honest. Like all these rules. Don't text him first, make him chase you, don't let him see you without makeup for the first 2 months or whatever. Why are we scared to show that we have a genuine interest in someone? Are you that scared of rejection? You're gonna get rejected eventually. Nobody likes everybody, and that's completely fine. That's okay. You cannot expect everybody to fall in love with you immediately or like you at all, honestly. So I just be genuine and be yourself. If you get rejected, whatever, you get rejected, you move on from that. That person obviously wasn't for you. What kind of relationship are you even gonna build if you're gonna follow these stupid rules and not just be yourself? Relationships require mutual effort. What matters in a relationship isn't money or looks, it's being kind and being emotionally available and being consistent to your partner. And I really feel like we've lost sight of all of that. We are just so focused on what we're receiving that we're not even thinking about what we're giving in return. And also my opinion completely, but love isn't something you find. Love is something you build with someone. It takes time. You cannot expect to meet someone and immediately develop this deep connection with them. That's not how it works. You need to consistently choose someone to love them. It doesn't happen overnight. And you're not gonna find it wandering around. It takes real effort. And people don't want to put in effort, not just in relationships, in life in general anymore. Now, this was a little bit of a rant, but it's mostly just because I'm really disappointed in everyone. Dating doesn't feel fun and hopeful anymore. It's just like a game that everyone's playing half-heartedly while hoping to win the jackpot. Now, this is just my opinion again, and I really am interested to hear what your opinion is on this topic, and really if you've noticed the same things that I've been noticing with people in your life. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye bye.